And I just thank God that you was here. This look like he is here now.
That's right. They call us the Civil Rights Twin.
Yes. It seems like he does.
By his side through all of the movements, and his spirit is right here with me tonight.
I believe it.
I'm gonna stay on the case, and I'm gonna do my thing.
Well, I'm gonna stay on my case too. Every time I sound off, I'm gonna sound off by something good. I'm telling you too. Maybe it's this Lord, this world to get together then, cause it sure is gonna blow now.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for letting me talk. Bye.
Sure, good night. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
This is Dennis.
Yes, Dennis.
Am I on the air now?
Yes, you are.
Hello?
Yes. You want to talk to Reverend Abernathy?
Yes, I will.
Well, would you lower your radio?
Just don't. Turn the radio down, Daddy. Mr. Abernathy?
Yes, sir.
I know your administrative assistant, Mr. Lester Courtney, is a very close friend of mine.
Oh, yes? Well, he's really good?
He's a good man. You have a very good man working with you.
All right, then. I'm glad to hear that.
I just wanted to say that I'm from Gary. I'm living in St. Louis now, and I think that it's a very good thing that you've taken the opportunity to come to a little small black city like Gary, Indiana, which has gained national attention since we've finally tried to unify ourselves. And I have a great deal of admiration for you, and I think that little things like this, bring black people together, because we do have the same color, but we do have a lot of different things coming from a lot of different directions. But you pull us together. We have a unifying force, and I want to say I'm grateful to you. And we are the younger generation here.
Thank you so very kindly. Right on.
And tell Mr. Courtney to take it slow, and you do the same.
Okay, now. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
Reverend Abernathy?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I never felt better in my life. For some reason, I guess it's because I'm in Gary.
Well, that is fine, and you're here for a good cause.
Thank you.
With a fine man, one of the finest I ever met.
Are you going to vote for Mayor Hatcher?
I'm the woman that told him if he wanted to run, and don't run scared because he's going to win.
That's right.
I praise for him every day.
Well, there's another man I met tonight by the name of Attorney Fred Wick.
Well, that's one of my boys.
He's running for city jail.
Yeah, I told him if I got in jail, where's my fine going to be?
Yeah.
I'm 66 years old and I ain't never been arrested in my life.
You going to vote for him?
Why, sure. I'm going all the way down Mr. Hatcher's ticket.
Well, Vernon Smith for city council, you going to vote for him too?
Oh, sure. I have put get him nominated.
Well, you got your stuff together, and you go on and do your thing.
I'm going straight on ahead.
All right, that's
I'll
wonderful.
see you tomorrow down there.
More power.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Hello, Dr. Ralph Abernathy.
Yes, sir.
I'm one of your old schoolmates, Fisher from Bama State.
Oh, from Alabama State University.
Yes, I recall when you was the college Sunday school president, and I used to keep your money. I was the treasurer.
You was the treasurer, and I was the superintendent.
Right. Now you got all the money, and I don't have any.
No, I don't have any money. I didn't have any then.
Yeah.
I kept the money. And I gave the spirit
right on.
to the students, and you kept the money. So now I got the spirit, giving it to the nation, and you got the money. But it's certainly good to speak to my schoolmates again.
Well, it's certainly nice to have you in our city of Gary. And I was just wondering if it's possible for you to steal away and come to a city about 10 miles from here, Hammond, Indiana. They have a representative who is trying to get in city government there.
Are you trying to get in city government?
Oh, he's a good friend of mine, Reverend Parrish.
Reverend Parrish?
Yes, he's trying to get on the city council.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you will write me in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just SCLC.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Then suggest some dates. I will be very pleased to come. I just give my life working for representative government and for poor people. And I'll be very glad to come and help this friend.
Okay, thank you very kindly.
Okay,
I understand you a Kappa or Alpha. You a Kappa.
I'm a Kappa.
That's competition. We were the Alpha, the great ones on that team.
Remember, I'm a member of the fraternity of men. Our slogan is that we don't take all the Alphas women.
But the other slogan is we are the first of all and servant of all.
All right, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. Good evening, Sound. No, it's not Sound. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I just called to say hello to Dr. Abernathy.
There he is, already.
Yes, darling.
And I was at the Overton banquet and I didn't get a chance to meet you. I had my grandfather with me. He's 87 and I wanted him to meet you, but maybe he'll get a chance to meet you before he leaves, Gary. And I think, I've been listening to the program and listening to the folks call in, and I think it's really nice to hear folks call in and have something good to say instead of always, tearing somebody down or tearing the city down.
Well, I want to thank you so very kindly. I was very happy to be at the banquet. The presiding officer gave me a note and said I couldn't talk long. So while I was speaking, he called to set me down. I wasn't going to speak that long, but I did have one or two more things that I wanted to say to the people of Gary. But I could understand that it was another program. But one of these days, somebody's going to invite me to Gary where I can really make a good speech.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm so glad you came to Gary and had a chance to come in and see it. Have you ever been here before?
Oh, yes. I've been here many times before. As was stated there tonight, by the gentleman who won the first award. I came to Gary many years ago when it was not popular to come to Gary and helped out in a struggle in one of the battles and crusades. And I've been here several times before. I was here last spring and appeared at one of the churches, the Baptist Ministers Conference, in their spring revival.
Yes, well, I know I've been willing to meet you and, just say hello and, everything that folks do when they meet each other. And I'm so glad to talk to you. And I hope I will see you before you leave, Gary, and maybe I'll get a chance to meet you.
I look forward to seeing you. My assistant, Lester Courtney, who is a member of Gary, was very much displeased because the presiding officer, Dr. Nolan, gave me a note tonight. I'm going to keep it. I have it right here with me and told me that I only had a few minutes. And I thought about it. I've been to jail 32 times for black folk. And that really struck me that I said I only had 3 minutes and my time had run out. That really struck me. That disturbed me. That's when I stopped in my speech. Out of all of the speeches I've made across this country, I go to more than 30 campuses of colleges and universities in the course of a year. And never before have I received such a note. But I guess this is all a part of, the struggle. But we're going to overcome, and we're going to get together, and we're going to re-elect Mayor Hatcher because he is the man for representative government, and he's the man that will represent all of the people in Gary, and we're proud of him all across the country. In fact, we might elect him as the vice president or just the president of the United States because he is an honest politician.
Yes, well, I'm so glad to have talked to you, and I didn't hear your schedule of activities, but would you be here on Election Day?
No, I won't be on Election Day, as I stated tonight. I have to go back south. That's where I belong, I guess. That's when I got that note. I said that, because they don't treat me like that down south. Mr. Courtney won't tell you about the treatment that I got here once before, the last time I was here, and again tonight. I have to go to Mississippi on Monday and Tuesday And Tuesday is the election day in Mississippi, where Charles Evers, a black man, is running for the governor of Mississippi. And you have many individuals who are running for sheriffs, as members of the state legislature, members of the Board of Education in the county, as well as for the state board. And we're going to elect a large number of those black people. And they said they can't do it without me. And they love me in Mississippi. And I got to go there and be with them. I know that people love me here in Gary.
They really do. I'm so glad that you're here.
And I'm going to come back again and be with you. But I'm going to try to do my thing before I leave. On tonight and tomorrow night, I'm going to be really doing my thing, and I hope I get a chance to see you at some of these places where I will be. My day will start early tomorrow morning between 6 and 8 o'clock. I'm going to be at the steel mill. I'm going to be at what gate is that, Mr. Courtney?
That's at the Broadway entrance.
At the Broadway entrance. I'm going to be shaking hands with the shifts, those who are coming off of work and those who are going to work. I'm going to spend the whole day. I visit two of the high schools here. They may not let me in, but I'm going in there. And I'm going to be at a church. What's the name of that church?
Calvary.
Calvary Baptist Church on tomorrow evening.
8:15.
At 8:15 on tomorrow night, 24th and Virginia. And there'll be many house parties that I will be visiting. Come to my press conference tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. I sure plan to be there.
That'll be in City Hall with the mayor. And then come to breakfast. We're having a people's breakfast on tomorrow morning. And that's going to take place where, Mr. Courtney?
At the Wonder Spot Restaurant.
Okay, and I look forward to seeing you. And you tell your grandfather, is it your grandfather?
Yes.
That may he live a long time, and I pray God's blessings upon him. And I look forward one day to meeting him and ask him to pray for Ralph David Abernathy.
Okay, well, it was nice talking to you, and I'm glad I got a chance. Usually, it's kind of hard to get on, to talk, but I'm so glad that I had a chance to talk to you.
Glad you called, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
It disturbs me because where I grew up at.
Oh, well, here, you have to. Hello?
Hello. Jersey?
Yes, Reverend Abernathy is here. Here, Mr. Courtney was about to say something. We have to speak right into this one.
It disturbs me because this is the city where I grew up in with you and many of the Rooseveltians. And Dr. Abernathy was invited here last spring for a simultaneous revival. But he really wasn't the speaker. He just wanted to come over from Chicago and get his cup filled. Sometimes ministers have to steal away and hear other ministers preach to get themselves, really uplifted. And it really disturbed me when I received word, because I was late arriving, that the minister did not even want to set him on the pulpit, on the rostrum. And then they did not want to even let him speak to the people. A man who has been to jail 32 times with Dr. King. A man who stood up for poor people. A man who's had his home bombed and his family almost killed. A man who's been thrown out the car and left for dead on the highway, and Gary folk didn't want to let him speak. It disturbed me and it hurt me. And I told him, I said, we got to come back to Gary one more time and do our thing. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So nobody get in our way. We're going to do our thing tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am, go right ahead. That's Lester Courtney. He's the capable assistant of Reverend Abernathy, and I have great respect for him. And I look at him, I wonder where's the time gone, because I've known him since he was quite a young man. Good evening, ma'am. Go right ahead.
Hello. I was wondering, was Reverend Abernathy ever here back during 36 or 7 and 8 and run the revival?
No, darling, I'm afraid I was in the cradle during those years. I'm a very young man.
Oh. Well, there was a Reverend Abernathy here.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was probably one of my distant relatives.
Did you ever have one in Indianapolis, Indiana?
Yes, I did have I understand he was an outstanding preacher. Was he a good preacher?
Yes.
Don't have any Abernathys who are jack-leg preachers. They're all good preachers. And I understand that I did have a distant relative who was a minister, but in 36, I was still in my playpen.
Oh, all right then. We're glad to have you here, though.
Thank you so very
kind. I feel that you're doing a wonderful job.
Are you voting for Mayor Hatcher?
Wouldn't vote for nobody else.
Okay, now let's work for him because he is a man of representative government.
Yes, we're going all the way with him and pulling the top level.
Go ahead and pull it. Do your thing, my sister.
All right.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I want to speak to Reverend Abernathy.
Yeah, this is he.
Just 1 second, Reverend. Yes, I'm sorry. My radio was on and I had to just cut it down a little bit.
That's all right.
Reverend, I am a young minister, and I'm not going to say who I am, but I am sorry that I didn't get a chance to visit you at the simultaneous revival. But I went to school with Lester, and I understand that he was very disturbed because of the way you were treated, and I understand you were somewhat disturbed because of the way you were treated at the banquet tonight. And maybe you would like to know maybe some of the reasons why all the ministers weren't behind Mr. Hatcher, and some of those ministers, was just very few of them. I believe it was their intentions of possibly that was the reason why you weren't invited to the pulpit. And maybe also you should know that Dr. Nolan, he's a very fine doctor. I'm not trying to bring out any personalities, but he's a brother-in-law of the coroner of this county, and the coroner was very active in trying to get our Mr. Hatcher eliminated as mayor of Gary, and for that reason